Today we stand here exactly 6 months after the atrocities of October 7th, where over 1,200 innocent men, women, children, Jews, Christians, Muslims, British, Thai, Americans, French, and many other people from different nationalities and different faiths lost their lives. For all of the survivors, the victims of that dark day, the families of the hostages, time has stood still. After 183 painstaking days, 133 hostages still remain in harrowing and unimaginable conditions. Young people enjoying music, dancing and celebrating life at the Nova Festival suddenly had their lives cut so cruelly short. 364 of them were killed without mercy. Among the victims was wheelchair-bound 17-year-old Ruth Perez, who was unable to communicate or walk due to severe muscular dystrophy. Her beloved sister Yamat recalled that it was the happiest I've ever seen her, dancing in her wheelchair. She was so happy. In her last moments on earth, her father Eric lifted her out of her wheelchair, helping her dance to the music that she loved and adored so much. Moments later, as Ruth danced in her father's arms, everything changed. That happy moment, now captured in time, was crushed in an instant as Hamas stormed the festival. Ruth was an easy target for the terrorists. She couldn't even move. She couldn't even defend herself. She had no chance of escaping these evil people, and they relished in this. An easy target. That's all they saw her as, an easy target. 1 week later, Ruth's wheelchair was found abandoned, dumped by the Gaza border. Her body was found lying motionless in the sand. Her father was unable to save her. He too succumbed to the same fate. Elsewhere in Kibbutz Nir Oz, 12-year-old Noya Dan, an autistic girl that loved Harry Potter, was sleeping over at her grandmother's house. As she lay sleeping in her little bunk bed, her dreams suddenly turned into a nightmare. Dozens of terrorists arrived outside her home and set the house on fire. Noya's bedroom, filled with Harry Potter books and children's toys, was left covered in blood. She sent a final text to her mother as Hamas surrounded her home and burnt it to the ground. "Mummy, I'm scared. There are people in the house. Help me." Hamas torched her house, forcing them to flee into the arms of the terrorists who had torn their life apart in an instant. Noya and her loving grandmother Carmela were found days later, dumped in the dirt near the Gaza border fence. I will never forget going to Kibbutz Kfar Aza and witnessing the scale of destruction and devastation. I went inside the home of the Quds family, the smell of burnt flesh still lingering in the air. The floor was covered in ash, and the walls were charred and blackened. This devoted family of 5, Father Aviv, Mother Livnat, and teen children Rotem, Yonatan, and Yifataj were discovered huddled together on their safe room bed, with Father Aviv holding his arms around his children and his wife in a last effort to shield them from a hail of bullets. This is not a political issue. All of these innocent people that have lost their lives that day must have their memories honoured and remembered. And we stand here today with many, many people that have lost loved ones or are connected to loved ones that are currently hostage. And we must all pray and hope that their loved ones are returned safely. Every single one of them must be returned. They are mothers, they are fathers, they are grandparents, they are children, and even, just like Kutha Bibas, they are babies. They must be brought home. Whilst these dark times and the stories told today can make one feel like the world makes no sense, there is hope. All of you here today and many others around the world are helping to restore faith in humankind through showing kindness, love, persistence and resilience. The sun will rise again and the days that seem so dark will finally come to an end. And on a final note, I will leave you with the wise words of Winston Churchill. Never give in. Never give in, never, never, never in nothing, great or small, large or petty, never give in except the convictions of honour and good sense. Thank you, Am Israel High. Thank you.